Something came over me. I just felt like, what is this? I was writing and it was just pouring out of me. I want to talk to you about how writing has changed my life. More than a decade ago, when I graduated high school, I had the opportunity to start my show here on YouTube, Crystal 101, with a friend. Through the window videos, we recorded everything, and my friend actually said, listen, we need to do like a little trailer for your show. Why don't you write something really quickly so that we can introduce the show? I was like, no problem, I'll do it. I was excited. So I sat down to write. Mind you, before that, that's a long story, I didn't write for like 7 years and I stopped writing. So I sat down to work on the little script or whatever he wanted me to write for the show, and something came over me. I just felt like, what is this? I was writing and it was just pouring out of me. I ended up writing for hours that night. When I was a teenager, about 12 or 13, I had been writing pretty much all my life up to 13. And my parents discovered my notebook and my journals, everything that I was writing. They didn't know that I was writing about, some stuff that at my age, I wasn't supposed to know. But of course, when you have friends and you go to school, you know things. And they were also very concerned that I was saying some not so nice things about my sisters. So they took my journals and my notebooks. They told me, well, one day, guess what? You're going to be a great writer. You might be a great writer, but we need to read everything that you're writing. And to me, that felt like a violation of me. So I just stopped writing. I stopped writing and I completely forgot about being a writer up until years later, to be honest, more than 7 years later, when my friend told me to write the script, and then I ended up writing for hours. And ever since I started writing, I haven't stopped. I've been writing ever since, and I just turned 34. There's a reason why I'm telling you this story. I'm telling you this story because it's so easy to brush things up. Well, you're a writer, so of course you've been writing all this time. But I'm gonna tell you some of the things that have occurred to me as a result of writing, journaling. I have such self-awareness. I'm able to process my emotions. I'm able to pause and not react, not be so reactive when things are happening, when someone is pushing my buttons, when I'm being triggered about something. I have been able to have clarity to see what's really going on here. So let's say I'm in a situation, I can kind of see what's going to occur, and I can stop myself from being reactive or remove myself from that situation. I have been able to heal my body of things that people told me, well, you cannot heal. I have been able to grow and to learn and transform into the woman that's speaking to you today. Journaling has really, really transformed my life. But the most important thing it has done for me is to see my growth on paper. And that's why I encourage you to start journaling if you haven't done so. Just start. You just don't know where it will lead you. For many years, I did get rid of my notebooks after the end of the year. That was like a ritual thing that I do. I would go to a park and burn all of them, kind of like, okay, I'm letting this go. But for the past couple of years, I decided, no, I want to keep my journals. So I've been keeping them. And sometimes I go back to read stuff, and it is so amazing to me how I can pinpoint that moment where I was feeling a certain type of way, or I was processing a certain type of emotion, or I was discussing something with myself or with God that I just didn't think I was going to overcome, or I didn't know how I was going to get through it. And now, years later, I'm looking back, it seems so minuscule, so small, right? It's so like that small. But at the time when I was going through it, it seemed this big. I'm telling you that because it's so amazing to see your growth on paper. It's so amazing to see things you wrote about that you were asking God, and you're like, wow, I got this. This miracle occurred in my life. This happened. And I've been transforming this way and that way. I'm telling you guys, take the time to journal and to put your thoughts to paper and to process things. You'll be better for it. I love you guys. Sorry, I'm thinking about God. because the next thing that I was going to tell you guys, I'm not going to edit this out because I want you guys to see my mistakes, because I do make them. The other thing that I was going to tell you guys that is the most important is to write to God. You know, whenever I write in my journal, I have this one. Most of the times, I'm talking about like 99% of the times, I start with, "Hi God, it's me." And doing so has helped me build my relationship with God. I went from seeing God as this authoritative figure that, you know, I was scared of and sometimes I want to get close to, but I'm afraid of, to being on like literally first name basis with God. Like, God is my friend. Like, God is this person. I know God is not a person, but I have this relationship where I can just reach out to God like you would reach out to your best friend. Is that comfortable? That occurred as a result of writing and journaling. And that's why I am encouraging you guys to start writing and journal. I know that maybe you are hesitant about writing because it can feel so daunting, but I promise you, if you start, you will see the miracles happen in your life. I want to ask, what is one reason that you're being hesitant about writing or journaling? And if you're not hesitant, share it in the comments how journaling and writing has helped you transform your life. I love you guys. Guess what we're going to talk about next week? We're going to talk about setting our theme for the year. I know in previous videos, I already told you guys my theme. My theme is trust and faith. This is my theme for this year, but that's probably not your theme. Well, it's most likely not your theme. You can take it if you want. I'm happy to share this theme with you guys. But in the next video, I will teach you how to set a theme for the year, and why I will also discuss why it's so important to do so. I love you. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.